Hey guys, what's going on? Today I'm going to show you how to make your own custom textures for Call of Duty World at War to show up in your map. So, you don't require... Wait, what am I saying? You do require stuff. It's all free. You need to download a program called GIMP 2.6. I have it right here. And you're going to have the DDS plugin for it, which I will also have in the description for download. So, anyways... any picture will do. I'm gonna use this picture just because it's hilarious. So, anyways, load up GIMP. I'd recommend running as admin. Let it load. It can sometimes take a little while to load up just because, I don't know, it gets stuck somewhere along here. If you think it's frozen, it's not. It's just, yeah. So there, loaded up. I'm gonna open up my image. Where is it? Oh yeah, okay. Go to desktop. Troll. Okay, so here's our picture. You're gonna have to resize the image. So go to image over here. Go down to scale image, just click that. So now in here you'll see this little chain right here. That's pretty much locking it, so like the width has to be like match the height to be, I don't know, whatever. Anyways, but just undo that so the chain's not attached, and then type in 1024 by 1024. Because it has to be like a power of 2 or something. I'm not too sure. It just has to be something like that. So, anyways, scale it. I don't know why there's that black dot on his face. But anyways, doesn't matter. So now our picture is bigger, a lot bigger. So we don't need to do anything unless you want to. If you really want to, you can change it. But I would recommend doing that in something like Photoshop. Anyways, just go to File, go to Save As. And then here, we're gonna want to save it as, you can save it as just like one word, but you can't put a space. You have to put an underscore if you want to put a space. I recommend putting that just because it's a little bit easier. I'm just gonna call this troll underscore guy. Makes it a little bit easier for me. But anyways, now you want to go to this right here. Select file type by extension. Just click the drop down there and it'll drop that down. So if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see this. It says DDS image. You're just gonna want to click that. Simple enough. And then just say save, and that's saving to my desktop. But now it's gonna ask you what compression you want. So go in this part right here where it says none. Just click that and click BC3/DXT5 right there. So just click that. That's what it is. And then generate MIP maps. Just gotta check that also. Then all you need to do is go to OK and just click that. And then that should save it. And if you get an error, then you didn't do something right. Probably you didn't change it to 1024 by 1024, or you didn't save it as the right thing. But just send me a PM if you didn't get it right, and I'll try and help you. Anyways, here's the trollguy.dds on my desktop. So you have to put this in a World at War, in your World at War root, in one of the folders. So for it to show up in application or asset manager, sorry. Anyways, go to your program files, Activision, Call of Duty, World at War, and then go down until you see RAW, so R-A-W, RAW. Just click that, and then inside you're going to see a folder called Images. So just go in there, and you'll see a whole bunch of stuff. There's also some of the stuff that I've saved in here. But anyways, just copy your DDS file and put that into that folder, and it'll probably ask you for permission. Just say continue. So there, now it's in there, so that's fine. We can exit that out. So now we need to go over to launcher, so fire that up, and we need to go into, you probably don't use this very often, but asset manager right here. So click that and it'll open. And now let me see. Okay, so when it opens up, you're gonna see this window here, and you're probably not gonna know what it means, but pretty much you're gonna need to go to File and then go to Save immediately, and then here, let me see if I can find it first, because I know it's in here somewhere. Ah, okay, so go to your root folder, just your Call of Duty World at War root folder when you're in this window, and then go to source data. It'll be near the bottom somewhere, and just click in there, and then you'll see a whole bunch of different stuff saved there. Save it as anything you like. Just I wouldn't recommend putting a space, and if you do put a space, just put the little, right there you see the little underscore. So I already have one. It's called custom textures, but you can just save it as whatever you want, and I'll actually do it just for the point of the tutorial. So I'll name it tutorial, just like that. So you see that's fine. Just press save. So now we're in the tutorial.gdt. So to make the texture, you'll see this little you can scroll in this, and there's a whole bunch of different things. You want to go down to material, so that'll be an M, material, not material factory, but just material. And then go up here, and there'll be a whole bunch of entry stuff. Just click new entry, and then it'll ask you for a new entry. You have to type the exact same name that you named your DDS file in GIMP. So mine was troll_guy, so just say OK. And now you're going to have a whole bunch of stuff pop up. You're probably not going to understand what it means. I didn't at first. I had to look around, figure this out. But material type, drop this down, and it should already be on it. But if it's not, put it on world fong. Looks kind of weird, but yeah, world fong. And then sort, just leave that on default. You don't really need to change that. And now surface type, you can put it as whatever you want. I just put mine as ice because there's no actual default textures in there, and it's kind of easier just to store them there. So whenever I need to look at my custom textures, I just look in there. So I'm just going to choose ice. It's your choice what you choose, but that's what I'm choosing. Ice. And then go to usage here. And then again, just choose whatever you want. And I'm going to choose poster because that's pretty much what mine is. It is a poster. So. And now in here, it depends what you're using, but usually you always want to pick decal. So just check the decal box there. Pretty simple. So that's fine. And now you're going to see a couple of different boxes, but all you have to deal with is color map. So it'll be, yeah, color map. It'll be the first one. So just go to the three little dots here, and then click that. And then you'll see it'll open up onto this folder here where all your GDTs are stored, but you don't want to be in there. So go to your root folder in Call of Duty World at War. Then go to your raw, RAW. So just click that. And now go to images where you stored your DDS. So just go in there. And then if you scroll down somewhere, you should see there, troll_guy.dds. So it's a DDS file, 1.33 meg, so that's good. Just click open, and then that's good. So now what you're gonna do is go up to PC convert. It'll be up here. Just click that, and then say current asset only, and then click that, and then you'll see this, and it should say converting, and then conversion done. Hit key to continue, which is pretty much hit any key. And that's good. After that, just go and hit file and then save, and then you can exit it You can edit this. And sorry, I'm in my escape. Anyways, so next thing we need to do is, because if you don't do this, when you actually play your map, your texture will not show up. It'll show up like whitish gray. So go to your root folder, your Call of Duty World at War root folder, which is in Program Files, Activision, Call of Duty World at War. And now in here, go to your mods folder, and mind that this is not the one in application data, this is the one in your root folder, just because sometimes you can get that mixed up. So now if you go down to whatever map you're using, just go into it. This is my example map that I made before I started this video. And then you probably won't have one, but you're gonna have to create a folder called images. So just go to new, right click new, and then folder, and then just name it images. Make sure there's no caps, no spaces, no nothing, just images. So then in there, of course, there'll be nothing. So now we need to go to another folder. So I'm just gonna go down here and get another folder up. Now we need to go back to the root folder again and go to raw, R-A-W, and then go down to the images in this folder where our DDS was stored and where now our IWI should be stored. So if we go down, we're going to see trollguy.iwi, and that's pretty much the file that Radiant can understand. So just hit Control-C or right-click and copy, and then go here and hit Control-V, or you can hit paste, right-click and paste. So now you see the troll_guy.iwi is in our mods map name images. So that's good. Just close these two down and that's fine. Now, next thing we need to do is actually put it into Radiant. So go to Launcher and just load up Radiant. Alright, so when your Radiant is up, just go to File and then load your .map. And here's mine. It's a simple map, just pretty much to show what's going on. So I'm going to put the texture over here. And there's a couple ways you can find this, your texture. You can either go to Textures, Usage, or Surface Type and go looking for where you actually stored it when you were in Asset Manager, what you saved it as. Or a really much simpler way is you can go and click the F here, which is pretty much fine for textures, and click or type whatever your texture is. In this case, mine is Troll Guy, and there it is. You see it's where'd it go? Where'd it go? Anyways, but you'll find it there if you type troll_guy, as you see. So what I'm gonna do is go up to textures and usage, and actually, sorry, I'm not gonna go to usage. I'm gonna go to surface type and go to ice, because that's where I store all my custom textures. Note this one. Just kidding. But anyways, here's the texture for the troll guy. So go into your map on the 2D view and just go up to whatever wall you want to put it on. I'm in the foregrid right now, so by pressing 4 it'll put it on the foregrid. And I'm just going to drag it across here. Doesn't matter how much, you can put it whatever like resolution you want really. I'm just going to put it like that. And then I'm going to hit the button under the escape button and beside the 1, don't know what it's called, it's a little squiggly line anyways. And it'll make the grid really small, and I'm just going to drag that right against the wall there. So now, there's a tool you have to use called No Draw Decal to actually make it so it doesn't appear invisible behind the picture. It's kind of weird, but pretty much the reason I didn't do that in the first place was because to fit the picture, you pretty much have to highlight it and press Control F, and then it highlights it. But the problem is, when it fits it backwards, and it usually always does this. So if you press Shift D, you can move it around, and now it'll be in the right position. So I'm just gonna move this back. Oh, here's the wall. Sorry about that, guys. So now our texture's there. Problem is, when we show up in game, it's not gonna look like that. It's gonna have a blank background. It's just gonna look really weird. So what we're gonna want to do is go up to Textures, Locale, go down to Tools, and then since I already selected Ice, it won't show up. So make sure you always have it unselected from Surface Type and Usage if you're going into Locale. So I'm just going to go to Surface Type and say All, and then all the tools will show up. So now if we scroll down a little bit, we will find there, no draw decal. So you're going to want to pretty much first press Shift click to select it, and then hold down Control and Shift, and then click the front face here, and then that'll just unselect the front face. So Shift click and then Control Shift click to unselect that, and then we want to go to no draw decal and click that. So now the only part that actually shows the picture is the front side. The sides have the no draw decal, which will pretty much make it so it doesn't have invisible background, and it shows up like an actual poster on the wall. So anyways, that's good. You can just save it like that, and I'm just going to save it in Radiant here. And as long as you have the IWI file in your mods images, this picture will show up, and if it doesn't, then you didn't do that, or there's another error which I might be able to help you with. So if you have an error, just message me. But anyways, now I'm gonna go compile it, and then I'm gonna show you the end result. So yeah. Sorry guys, there's also one more thing I forgot to mention. When you're going to build your mod, when you're about to compile, and you have your map selected in the mod, and build fast file, build IWD, make sure you have the images checked here, because if you don't have that checked, it won't show up in map. So make sure right there, see, pulls it up there, but make sure you have that images troll guide. Make sure you have your images checked with the images inside, or else it will not work. So, and also down here, I didn't have this checked. Make sure you always have everything checked in here. So that's all I needed to let you guys know. So now I'll show you what will happen when I actually load the map. Alright guys, I'm in World at War now, and I'm about to test the custom texture, so here we go. So it's loading, that's a start. And of course, since I didn't change the zombie mode.gsc, I'm gonna have 50,000 points. A little bit laggy. I'm rendering right now. Anyways, don't need to stay for that. Damn it, I failed. I kinda didn't make the thing. Whatever. No clip for now, because I failed with this door, apparently. Oh, that is why. I went the wrong way. And there we go. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Tra-la-la-la-la. 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 Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Tra-la-la-la-la. Tra-la-la-la-la. Alright guys, that has been the tutorial on how to put custom textures in. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll be back with more Radiant tutorials, because that's epic. Tra-la-la-la-la.